Hi everyone. How are we doing tonight?
Been better.
This is going to be the Week 18 League Managers Note. As always, I'm the commish, a.k.a. Mr. Modest, a.k.a. Dr. Love is back in the building. Joined by the champ.
Hey, as always.
Kevin Love played this week.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense.
6 minutes, Dr. Love. Remember?
That's what
Remember at the beginning of the season when my team was really good and then Kevin Love just decided he wasn't going to play anymore?
I thought you were, like, throwing Valentine's.
No, that's how all the love broke apart with Kyle. But let me tell you, today I love Kyle. Do you want to know why I love Kyle? Can anybody at home guess?
They can't. You can't hear them.
I can hear them. I know what they're thinking. Yes, indeed. Kyle beats the champ today by 1 block. Actually, 2. Joel would have had to get 2 in order to win.
Yeah. They took one of Aiton's away. Some fucking shit.
Fantrax is notorious this season for taking away stats. It's been incredible. Congratulations to Kyle. He's now the number 6 seed.
Yeah.
And then you've got Joel, 7 seed. Second half, what do I want to say here? Second half, bottom half of the
tier?
bottom half of the
half?
league. Joel is number 7. Wow.
Yeah.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. Champ?
If you're a point guard and you play on my team, you get fucking hurt. Or you play like shit. Rondo goes out there and he shoots 0 of 3 from the fucking field. Kyrie fucking gets hurt again. I don't know what to do. My point guards are all just going down. Derek White, hopefully you come back in time for the playoffs. Congrats to Kyle. I almost called you by the wrong name, but whatever. You got this one. This is your first against me.
First ever.
Yeah? I hope I get to see you again, because I really think if I'm healthy, I can write this.
All right, well, Kyle has a special message that he texted me today that he would like me to read for you on the League Manager's Note.
Let me hear it.
And here we go. He said he's never beaten Joel in his life, and he would like me to add the direct quote that Joel sucks, fuck you, and suck his ass.
I'm not an ass sucker. I'm going to take a hard pass.
Congrats, Kyle.
Kyle.
Moving on, we've got another stunner here. Adam beats Steven 6-4-1. Now, Steven today added Lynn to get the assist, which he did get and take from Adam. The problem is, Adam shot freaking 62% from the field today. Steven did not. Steven had Trey Young shoot 33%. It was not good. Adam ends up winning by .002 in field goal percentage. One shot. Adam with the huge victory here. Champ.
Just unreal. We're talking Nurkic shot 81%, Kuzma 66, Curry 50, and Whiteside 54. Just unbelievable. No one on Steven's team shot... Oh, McGee shot 66. I take that back.
McGee looked nice today. He had a huge dunk. It was...
Outside of that, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys shoot 50% or less.
That's a big loss for Steven here. Adam moves up into a 3-way tie for second place. Steven is in a 2-way tie with Kyle. Steven has the tiebreaker against Kyle, so Steven is the 5. Kyle is the 6, like we talked about.
Yeah.
Moving on, we can go to the number 1 team. Congratulations to Matt Hobart. He clinches the number 1 seed this week with his win.
Yeah.
He beat Neiman, which was no real surprise.
Neiman's been a disappointment.
Matt Hobart is on a 7-game win streak. Has almost tied the win streaks, and if he can pull off this next win, he will be absolutely rolling into the playoffs.
Marc Gasol got traded for him. That might have some ramifications.
We'll see. You never know what Nurse is thinking.
Came off the bench.
He did come off the bench. We'll see how it goes, though. Matt has Dragic on his IR.
You're a Heat fan.
I'm a Heat fan. They almost got the Warriors tonight. Shout out. D. Wade, shoot the ball, bro. Why do you pass into Winslow in the corner?
Or, block Durant's shot. Or did he do that?
He did that. That was nuts. There was this block shot, then a steal. Like, the end of that game was so cool to watch.
And Richardson went out there and set a career high. I needed 2 blocks. He went out there and got fucking 8 threes. No blocks.
Just incredible. Moving on, we've got Cody just giving it to me. No real shock. Congratulations to Cody. He's the number 2 seed. He has the tiebreaker with Adam and Eric. So he will be the 2 seed if he wins this week. Huge matchup coming.
Oh, I wonder who he's playing. We'll see.
Stay tuned to find out. Next, we've got Simmons losing to Eric. Eric is also in that 3-way tie for second place. He has the tiebreaker over Adam. So it's going to be interesting to see how this week fares out. Outside of that, the last matchup is CJ taking care of Doug. Yeah. Doug's losing streak is alive, and CJ is only 1 game behind Joel Gibson in that number 8 spot.
It's true.
If you lose this week to Neiman and CJ wins, it could be interesting, although I think Joel has the tiebreaker against CJ. So I don't think CJ can move up.
Well, let's see. Did I beat Steven or CJ? I went 1 of 2 against the Homestead boys this year.
You went 1 of 2?
I think CJ got me this year.
Oh, that would be really interesting if you lose then.
Because we said I murdered Steven, right?
Yeah. So, CJ, I apologize. CJ has the tiebreaker over Joel. So, should Joel lose this week, wow, CJ has a chance to move into the 7 spot when we thought he was kind of locked in at that 8.
I know. What if I want Matt?
Uh-oh. Come on. That would be really interesting.
Sit your guys, Matt. Let's see if you'll do it.
Now, moving on into...
I'm not promising I'll sit mine.
Moving on into next week, it's important to know that the All-Star break is going to be happening. So this matchup is actually going to be 2 weeks long. And then we start the playoffs. So last week was the last full week matchup. We're going to get into 2 weeks, and it could be interesting. You'll now have 14 ads for this last week. Keep that in mind as well for those competitive matchups. With that being said, we'll get right into it. We'll start with the champs matchup.
I'm taking on Neiman. Neiman did not have Davis get traded, but Davis is playing. I think he has to play now, but he's not playing any back-to-backs, I believe. LeBron's back. I just don't think it matters. If I'm mostly healthy, I should beat him.
Yeah, you're the home team. I'm going to give you the advantage. Neiman has been a big disappointment this year. His bottom's kind of hollow, and he hasn't been cycling. So,
yeah.
Honestly, I think over 2 weeks, your team just has better talent and is deeper. So I'm going to pick the champ to win.
Thank fucking God.
He's got to break that 3-game losing streak that he's on right now. Yowza, indeed. Next matchup, we can do my matchup. Adam is the home team. I'm the away team. I think Adam's going to win this matchup. I don't really have any incentive. I'd rather Adam win and kind of try to knock down Cody or knock down Joel's pick here. I'm interested to get into it. Next matchup, we've got Eric at Doug. It would be extremely funny if Eric sat everybody and made Doug win. Eric right now is in a 3-way tie for the 2nd seed, so...
Probably not going to do it.
Who knows what he's going to do? It would be so funny, though, just to break Doug's win streak. That would be nuts. Or losing streak.
A wily bastard.
The wily bastard, but I think Eric's going to win this one.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Eric. Giannis did sit the other day, though. Don't think it matters.
Don't think it matters. I assume you were going to pick Adam against me, too.
Yeah, I'm picking Adam to dismantle you.
Yeah, that seems to be how it's going. The next matchup is Kyle at Simmons. Simmons' team is... I don't even know. He has no incentive to win unless he wants to screw Cody a little bit harder. You know? Simmons gets some TDs, maybe?
He was only 1 double-double from tying and losing today.
Hey, yeah, exactly. He could have won. So If Kyle's not on his toes, maybe Simmons will win. I think Kyle's going to win this game.
Yeah, I got my money on Kyle. That's our
Excellent.
guy.
Excellent. The next matchup is probably the most compelling, or if not second most compelling matchup. It's going to be Steven at Cody. Huge ramifications in this game. If Steven does end up losing, Joel, if he does win, could jump the whole way to the 5 seed based on how these matchups turn out. So that's what the champ is definitely looking for. Cody's the home team here. And he's the number 2 seed, so if he wins, he's the 2. Extremely interesting. I would love to see maybe a little Joel versus Cody in the first round because I have both of their first round picks. So I would really enjoy to see them battle it out in the first round. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I think Cody's going to win this matchup, and I think Joel's going to win his matchup. So I think Joel's going to climb out of that 7 spot. Champ?
It's very, very close. But Devin Booker, James Harden, Aaron Gordon, all a little bit banged up. Miles Turner was a little bit banged up earlier, too. It's just enough for me to pick Cody.
Yeah, I think his shooting's a little sporadic, to be honest, for me with Steven. Cody has a very solid big man team, and they're efficient. Hella efficient. He doesn't have Capella in this last matchup, so maybe we see a little bottom end cycle if necessary. Who knows? Maybe Steven goes at it. I know he has a lot of free agent money as well.
Yeah.
The next matchup and the final matchup is going to be CJ at Matt. I think this is the most compelling matchup, like I said. I think Steven and Cody are a little bit second place because this is a first round playoff matchup here. We get to see
starts now.
It starts now. We get to see 4 full weeks of Matt Hobert versus CJ. I am really, really excited to see this. It's going to be the 1 versus 8 matchup.
I mean, that's if everything plays out.
Yeah, I for me, at least the way I'm picking, I think that this is going to be the 1 versus 8. So a lot of things go into this. Like they could play it slow and feel each other out. They could cycle and try to attack and get in the mind of the other one. Both of them playing a little cat and mouse in this last matchup. I think if Matt wants to win this matchup, he'll win this matchup. If he gets down, I think he'll just cycle, but I'm not really sure that I would in Matt's position. He's guaranteed the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
And CJ would have a really, really interesting hold if Joel ends up losing to Neiman and CJ beats Matt. I'm going to pick Matt, but I'd love to see CJ pull it out here.
I mean, I'm going to pick Matt. If I was CJ, I think I'd hold my cards. Save everything I got for the playoffs.
We'll see how it goes. It'll be 2 straight weeks. It'll be super interesting to see how many triple-doubles CJ racks up over the month versus Matt Hobert. And if somehow he still can't swing the other categories, it's going to be really interesting. We'll get a little reset halfway through.
Yeah.
So big cat and mouse. I'm going to be paying attention to that one a lot.
Yeah. I'm still picking Matt. I think you're right. I think that will be the 1 and the 8 overall.
It's going to be extremely interesting. There are a ton of different ways this can go. Joel and I were talking about some of the situations. Steven could fall from that 5 spot that he's in right now. He could fall the whole way down to the 6. He does have that tiebreaker with Kyle, so it's really up to Steven and how hard he wants to go at Cody. I think that might be the one that affects the most positions, we'll say, the matchup that affects the most positions. Steven is away, so, I mean, he's got Harden, the triple-double threat. You just never know in these kinds of situations.
Yeah.
All-Star Week's always kind of funny.
Yeah, that's true. Weird things happen.
Weird things do happen. So, outside of that, we're moving into the last 2 weeks of the regular season, and then it's playoffs. That's right, I'm talking about playoffs. Playoffs! I hope everybody is as excited as we are.
Yeah.
It's
Even
been
me
a
not
great
making
season.
it.
Even me not making it. I love the storylines. I've been doing my best to push the rivalries this season. I want to see it going forward as well. I love the idea of like people calling each other out. Like, let's get some real playoff rivalries. Like, let's take it to the next level. We've already done a good job at being super competitive this season, but I'm just ready to go to the next level. Everybody understand that it's a game. If everybody understands that and everybody keeps that in mind, then nobody's feelings are going to get hurt. It's all for the fun of the game. But
Exactly.
I'd love to see it pick up.
Playoffs, I think it will.
I'm really excited. We'll see you guys next week. We will do a halfway through, kind of like an all-star special.
Right.
So if we want to maybe plan a few extra owners, if we want to get some guest owners on to talk about the playoffs the following week, we can talk about how things are sizing up, the rankings, get everyone's take on it.
Yeah.
So if you're interested, why don't we all try to coordinate?
Sounds good.
Outside of that, I don't have much else.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Only a little bit more time on this fan track garbage, guys. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're ready to be done with that shit.
I started the list. I had the old list from the league, so I have the keepers and everything. So I'm slowly starting to mold it into something so I'm not caught off guard. So don't worry, your commish is hard at work.
Nice.
That's it. I think I'm actually done rambling at this point.
Wow, that's great.
Excellent. We'll see you guys.
See ya.